I'll them something.
Boys like girls who like girls who like sex.
I love sex.
Boys like girls who like girls who like sex.
Watch this now.
Me whatever them, me whatever them,
I'll them something.
me whatever them, me whatever them, me whatever them.
Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Nyanda, so you're now Wanda. I've been singing for a long time. I started singing with my sisters. We started singing in church in Kingston, Jamaica. Our mom put us together in a group called the Thorburn Sisters. Yeah. We were eight them days, you know what I mean? So we started singing in church, and that's where I fell in love with it. I fell in love with singing with my sisters, harmonizing, doing arrangements. It was really fun. You know, we're young and, you know, singing in church, it was great.
Tickle the breast. Boys like girls who like girls.
I would say, I think when we met Sharon Burke, she was like, Sharon has actually been one of my, you know, strongest influences. Just in terms of, you know, she's a manager in Jamaica. And I remember we were being so, you know, we were so young singing in church. We never thought that we could ever do this as a career, or, you know what I mean? Coming from Jamaica, you have, sometimes when you're young and you're in Jamaica, you feel like that's the world, you know, just in being in Jamaica. But Sharon exposed us. You know, we were able to travel and do background singing with Marcia Griffiths and Barry Salmon, and she got us to start touring. And we were, you know, in our teens, and, you know, we performed on Reggae Sunsplash. So this was like, wow. I think she kind of opened up that world for us. She, you know, she was the doorway to the world of entertaining as a career. And I think at that age, you know, me and my sisters, we realized this is something that we really love, and, you know, we definitely want to pursue. So.
For me, let me feel your vibrato. J'ai envie de.
The Love is Wicked story was bittersweet because the song came about from a kind of painful place, but yet, you know, because it was about that love, that intense love that I had with my boyfriend at the time. And, you know, it was about love being so intensely great, but also so painful at the same time. But when we wrote that song, it was on the original Diwali rhythm when Sean and everybody was on the rhythm, you know, and we wrote it, we were living in Canada at the time. And it took a while. Love is Wicked just kind of came along with us. It was there, and the label at the time didn't put it out, but we always just loved that record. And so years later, when it did get a chance and it finally blew up, it was just fantastic, because it was just like that confirmation that what we knew about the song, you know, like it stood the test of time, and people were able to feel what we felt. So that's the best thing about doing music, when people can, you know what I mean, you can kind of transcend your feelings onto somebody else, and somebody else is going through that same thing. And that's what we as artists are able to do through the music, which is, it's something like almost supernatural. It's a beautiful gift.
Oh yes, I want them on them a breathe. Someone a bring me body.
Wow. Well, you know, traveling is one of the most beautiful gifts that you do get as an artist, to be able to travel and see the world, and you know, see different cultures, meet different people, learn different languages, and that is definitely one of the biggest gifts, I would say, that the music offers. It can be also challenging, because of course, you know, there's a lot of being at the airport and you know, living out of a suitcase, and it can get hectic, you know, and the schedule can become very demanding, and you know, you have to constantly kind of just remind yourself to stay tough and to stay appreciative of the gift. And you know what I mean, because there was times when the phone wasn't ringing, you know what I mean. So now when it finally happened, then it's like you have to constantly remind yourself, you know what, this is good and this is the work, and that's the work part of it. When you actually don't feel like doing it, which sometimes you don't feel like doing it, and then that's the part that people think, you know, the music business is just a bed of roses, but it's not. Because also sometimes you leave your family at home and you miss your family, and you know what I mean. But at the same time, traveling has its own rewards. You're making new friends and new family. So it's always, I find it's always a balance. You know, I always try to keep my sanity, so I have to try to keep that balance as much as I can in my life, because I do have children, and you know, when you do leave them, you leave your family, you do miss them. But I appreciate the work that I do so much, and I think it's so important. So then I just try to find that balance.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, Nyla and I just needed time to just discover who we are as people. And like, you think you know, but you have no idea. Like, I thought I knew myself, but I have been feeling through this process like I'm reintroducing myself to myself through this split. I think me and I just needed to genuinely take some time apart to discover who we were as individuals. And I think that was so important. I think, you know, a lot of the tension that was going on, which it was going on, you know, we argued a lot, it was getting difficult. You know, she wanted to have an idea. If I didn't share in that creative vision, you know, conflicts could arise. And it's unfortunate, because at the end of the day, I love my sister so much. But, you know what I mean? I think being with somebody so long, you know, we're all, I come from a family of sisters. That's why sometimes when I speak, you're talking to me, but I'm saying, we were in this and we started in church, because that's all I know, being with my sisters. But at the same time, it can become difficult, because you get so frustrated with yourself to just feel like, who am I? And I think this is a question that I've been asking and trying to answer, and doing it publicly too, because now I'm exposing myself. You know, but definitely I think fundamentally, Nyla and I just needed to just find out who we were as individuals. And I appreciate the Brick and Lace fans so much, and we could not have done this without the Brick and Lace fans. I feel like I did kind of let down the fans, but I want them to know that Brick and Lace will do another album together. You know, but right now it's just not gonna happen. I have to just do this for me right now. So I'm just being totally selfish, and it's all about Nyanda right now.
Anybody have a remedy or a cure? Someone call it doctor or emergency crew. Come and carry feelings for you.
Well, I'm really grateful for everything that has happened so far. I really felt like when I embarked on this journey, it was something that was, you know, I felt like I was fulfilling my purpose, my calling. And, you know, it's something that I definitely take seriously. I've accomplished so much so far, you know, with the release of Trouble. You know, it was on the top 11, top 10 on the UK urban charts. You know, Slippery is doing his thing. You know, the fans have been reacting in a good way. You know, I feel like some of the Brick and Lace fans are kind of warming up to the idea of my music now and who I am and what I am presenting. And that's exciting. And the journey continues, because, you know, we've just started. So, but I feel like I'm excited about it, and so far I think it's been going really great.
Wait for your call, 'cause your love is wicked. Can't sleep at all, 'cause your love is wicked. Pain in my heart, 'cause your love is wicked.
You know, I have to pick up my producers, Black Lion, and if I don't pick them up, they're gonna be very vexed with me, because they're, you know, they're divas, okay? But I love them. I love Black Lion. We have a great chemistry working together. I'm very close to the producer, the chemist. So he was actually the one. He was actually gonna do that record for himself, saying, you know, he wants to jump in the middle. And then I had to just like swipe the record. I was like, no, we're gonna switch it and make it for me. So we just said, he wants to jump in the middle, but be careful where you step, come and slippery when wet. And we added that, you know, slippery when wet part at the end to kind of just say, you know, it's about this guy, you know, you want to jump in the middle, be careful, you know what I mean? Because love comes with pain sometimes. And it's just letting you know that, you know, it's very playful. I think it's a very playful record, and it's that first record kind of introducing me coming out on my own. And I think it has a balance of quirky, sexy, a little rude girl style in there, which is kind of my style. It's kind of like a little rude girl, a little playful, a little sexy. So I'm kind of like all those things. And I feel like Slippery has that. Trouble definitely has that. So most of my songs will, definitely display a different side of who I am.
Girls like me will not come easy, but me give my one blind, I'm never too hard for me eyes.
Well, it's funny because when we released Slippery When Wet, the fans actually decided that they had liked that song, because we put the songs out on the Facebook page and we said choose the single that you guys would like, for me to release, and they said Slippery When Wet, and we shot a music video. So the fans have been quite interactive with me in terms of choosing singles. I did a record called Boom and Rave with Mr. Vegas, and I did a record called Footprints with Assassin, Aja Obsesco. So as far as the next single, I think it's a song that we call I Love Sax, and everybody's going crazy over that record. So I have a feeling that will be the next single from Nyanda. Expect it early 2014.
Go nowhere. So all night long we dancing on the floor, we grinding.
Well, next year, kicking off in March, I'm going to embark on my first European tour, and I'm really excited about that tour going down. I think the sky is the limit for me right now. I am, very focused on, trying to do my best to write great songs, stay focused, like I said, stay excited, and just put out good music for the fans next year. I hope to see the same fans, and I hope that the fan base will continue to grow. The Naya tribe, big up everybody in the Naya tribe. That's what I call my fans, the tribe. So big up to everybody in the Naya tribe. I want to big up my management, Ches Gail, Tasha, Gail, my songwriter / A&R, everybody on the team. So the sky is the limit right now for the Naya tribe and the Naya fans. In one fit, jump in the middle, but be careful where you step. Come and slippery when wet. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Nyanda. You're not for wonder. And right about now, you guys have been watching my story, brought to you by Gem Productions.